Fall season is here, and with it, some of the most beloved and celebrated holidays. Even now, I can already hear Mariah Carey breaking the iceberg she has been encased in for the last 10 months. I can feel it, she's almost out. But no need to worry as of right now, because we still have Halloween to protect us. Though, after that, it truly becomes free-for-all. Trick-or-treating, going to costume parties, or simply buying tons of candy bags to eat all by yourself, it is a season to enjoy the spooky time. While some like to watch a horror movie or visit a haunted house, us gamers can still enjoy this time inside with a good game to scare us off from our pants, or poop in them. Whatever happens first, I guess. So in today's video, I bring you 10 options of games to enjoy during the spooky season. The first 5 games are for those that wish to spook each other out with friends, because what's even better than screaming all by yourself is hearing others scream as a harmless pixelated monster scares the bejesus out of them. Now, if you are more of a masochist and simply enjoy scaring yourself to hell and back, the last 5 games will be a great experience for you. So, here it is, top 10 games to play this Halloween. Number 5, Dead by Daylight has become a classic for co-op screaming and terror. This is a 4v1 game where 4 players are trapped in a small map and must repair engines to escape from a ruthless, resourceful, and sometimes trolling killer controlled by another player. Playing Dead by Daylight can be a light horror experience to boost the heartbeat acceleration. And when you are a survivor, just trying to stay alive is a thrill, especially when you go against a decent killer. And even worse of an experience when a player that knows the craft of terrifying its prey. Now, the game has a system of heartbeats that increase anytime the killer is close to you. Even if you don't see them, hearing that heartbeat go off as you're trying to nail the skill check on the engine makes it even more tense. You can still have fun as a killer in a Michael Myers style and terrorize the survivors. There's a total of 33 killers to pick from, and each has a different range of skills and abilities. Overall, this game is a blast to enjoy during Halloween's night. Number 4, Dying Light is a great game to enjoy by yourself, but in co-op, it's even better. Friends surviving the zombie apocalypse till the end of the line, or in this game, till the end of daylight. If one thing that is truly terrifying from this game is nighttime, zombies are a menace when the sun goes down. While this experience is terrifying by yourself, why not share with a friend, right? Although the first night, you'll have to experience it by yourself before opening co-op. But hey, small price to pay, it's gonna be worth it. At least, afterwards, you'll get the Scooby-Doo to your Shaggy. Dying Light has an entertaining story, compelling combat and movement, aka parkour. Combined with the zombie apocalypse, who would have thought these elements together will bring a banger of fun as you run across the city and survive from the menacing dangers outside your base, as well as enjoying a good time with your friend as you slide, jump, and kick zombies during daylight. Unless you feel adventurous and brave and think you can fight those zombies at night, that leaves the Dark Knight to shame in terms of menacing intimidation. But look at them, they look nasty. Dying Light is available on almost every system, so enjoy it with a friend. Number 3, Classic Haunted House Trip. It is the start of most horror movies, a thematic activity for Halloween, and even one of the most watched YouTube videos content out there. Why not make it a game? Idea 10 out of 10. Phasmophobia is essentially a co-op hunting game. You can play with 3 other people, searching in a specific place to find whatever ghost lives there. The game is almost a detective ghost adventure. You have a set of tools to use: candles, EMF readers, flashlights, a photo camera, and many others. The main goal is to hunt down a ghost and find out what type of ghost it is. You and your friends follow clues that must be deciphered in order to complete the run. You also have optional objectives that increase your chance of success in grabbing more XP, but they aren't fully necessary to complete. The main reason you are there is to catch Casper, or at least you wish, because the ghosts in these games won't be friendly. And as you try to hunt them down, you also have to consider your sanity level, or you could potentially lead you to your death. As a twist, the game has, it won't allow you to run around the map like a ghost buster, there will be times when the ghost will start hunting you down. In those moments, it will be the time to hide from it and survive. This back and forth brings a good sense of dread, fear, and overall boost of adrenaline, especially if you're a scared cat like me. Phasmophobia is another great choice to try it out this Halloween weekend. Number 2, another great addition to try it out. If friends are not into ghost hunting, you can always try to be the hunted and jump into the Outlast trials. Though, fair warning, the game is still under early access, so expect some issues here and there. Not unplayable levels though, just the occasional hiccup. If you played the Outlast games before, then you know exactly what to expect, as this game doesn't stray far from the original source in terms of ambience, feel, and horror. And that's exactly what you're looking for, right? I mean, why else would you be watching this video? You and your friends will be guinea pigs of the Outlast trials. Your goal is to survive as you advance through the different areas until every trial from the facility that has you captured is finished. Expect tons of hellish scares, grim-looking enemies, and a good mix of anxiety with terror. Just what the doctor ordered for this Halloween. Its graphical display, atmosphere, sound, and terrifying tale of the Outlast trials will have you and other 3 friends running like the wind as you feel the chilling and beating fear deep in your heart. Number 1. Though Resident Evil 5 came out all the way back in 2009, the game still holds its charm of classical Resident Evil game. Now this one can be played with another friend. This story-driven game is filled with adventure, action, and zombies, of course. You must investigate the strange events that are turning people into horrible, aggressive creatures in the African continent. The Umbrella Corporation is one more time running their illegal experiments, and you, alongside your friend, will go through action-packed moments as you fight through waves and waves of enemies. Just like any other Resident Evil game, expect gruesome and disgusting bosses that will have you looking at the screen with a pinched face. The game has cool cinematics and a story that continues years later from the events of Raccoon City. If you're brand new to the Resident Evil games, this one might feel like a brand new experience. Unless you are an OG fan, then you'll find some problems and differences between this game and earlier installments. Still, playing it with a friend will make it a ton better. Enjoy Resident Evil 5 with a friend this Halloween. Time to bring the frights to those brave enough to venture alone. Number 5 for those crazy enough to play it all by themselves in the dark. Resident Evil 7. Start with the options to play solo. I bring you this game that will heighten your senses to the sky as you adventure inside the house of terrors of Resident Evil 7. You'll play as Ethan Winters, a husband looking for her missing and beloved wife. The game takes place in rural America, and you'll have to go inside an old, strange, creepy house to find clues to the disappearance of Ethan's wife. This game will make you sweat bullets as it drags you through tiny corridors, nightmarish encounters, and some terrible, grotesque, petrified house host that will make your stomach turn. It is one of those games that you can play by yourself, in the darkness and in complete silence, unless you want to have heart surgery shortly after. I tell you, it will make you jump out of your socks. Highly viewed as one of the best Resident Evil games out there. If you're a fan of the franchise, the game is probably already in your Halloween list, but if it's your very first horror game experience, you'll hate every second of it. Number 4, Alien Isolation. Next up, we got another classic, terrifying horror game. Alien Isolation is a survival horror game set in the events of the movie of the same name. You play as Ellen Ripley's daughter, Amanda, as she goes in search of her mother. Just before I continue, just one thing. Why is it always a disappearance? Every time it's someone missing and you go to this abandoned, creepy sus place where your nightmares await. I'm just saying, if someone ever disappears, I'll just follow the motto. Honey badgers don't give a shit. Either way, as you go to the last place of Amanda's mom's whereabouts, you will find yourself being chased by an alien. Well, not any alien, the alien. The flesh-devouring, body-shifting creature that will use you to create other aliens. Just disgusting. This game is the king in making you feel powerless. You can't fight the alien eats you if it sees you. So essentially, you can only do one thing. Hide. That's it, you hide. That's the goal. What makes the game spine-chilling is the alien AI. The creature will be actively hunting you down, and it's reactive to your movements. sounds, anything that alerts you to the position. It's just terrifying. If the previous game didn't make you poop your pants, this one will. Number 3. On the next one, we go back to the Outlast franchise, another iconic that has survived the test of time. Released back in 2013, its graphics won't be as flashy as any other games on the list, however, it still holds as one scary experience. As a survival horror, it keeps true to its promise, and not only to scare you, but drags you down a spiral of increasingly darker, terrifying darkness. It won't hold back with graphical horror. Grotesque, almost human monstrosities abound, and blood and viscera coated on every surface. It dares to shock you, hurling decapitated heads on the toilets, forcing you through sewers, tunnels filled with filth, poop, everything, hurling cadavers at you when you open the doors. It is an uncompromising exercise in survival horror that pushes the boundaries of fear. Its relentless pursuit of terror, combined with its unique perspective and the artful blend of horror elements, makes it a standout. It's a true horrifying experience perfect for Halloween. What's even better, since it's a decade-old game, you can get it dirty cheap on most digital storefronts. Number 2, Five Nights at Freddy's. This one doesn't need that much of an introduction or explanation. A true phenomenon that shook the gaming world and continues to do so with its many games across the franchise, in the movie even. However, for this list, I'll stick with the first Five Nights at Freddy's, the OG, the one that started it all. A game that uses a simple concept: survive 5 nights shifts inside a pizza place. Use your equipment to see your cameras, close the door, or flash the flashlight on the creepy-looking animatronic robots that will run into your office to eat you alive. I mean, you are the minion here. Its main forte, the game, is always keeping you on your toes, since the only way to survive is by closing your doors without running out of power. If you do, then you will essentially die. It is an anxiety, fear, and chill-inducing game. It'll keep you awake and alert, a classic at this point. Even if you have heard or known all about the lore of the game, it is still worth to try it out. Number 1. Finally, on the last of the list, it is another oldie but goodie, Fear. It is a true testament of how great this game is when even graphics from that time doesn't encumber the experience. Fear thrusts players into a whirlwind of first-person gunplay, where time slows down, bullets fly, and chaos reigns supreme. It infuses elements of horror into its storyline, drawing inspiration from Asian horror themes, which are already terrifying in itself. The narrative follows a paranormal assault team's pursuit of a rogue psychic commander and features unsettling events, flashbacks, and psychological twists. Great. A game that thrives on its slow-motion gameplay, offering a unique and exhilarating experience, while its storytelling and environmental aspects may falter at times. Like I said, it's an old game. The heart-pounding combat more than compensates. Enjoy the scares this game can bring you this Halloween weekend. 10 games are plenty to try during Halloween, however I got a few more honorable mentions. First, Left 4 Dead, a classic co-op game and to enjoy with friends even after all these years since its release. It continues to hold and be as enjoyable as the first time. Many have tried to replicate the formula, but nothing has compared to it. Finally, the last recommendation I got for you, though because at the time of writing this video the game isn't even out yet. However, now that I'm editing the video, the game is already out, so go and play it. However, and from the first couple of impressions I've seen, the game is as good as they say. Then Alan Wake 2 deserves an honorable mention. The comeback of Alan Wake after several years of complete silence, Remedy Entertainment brings all the knowledge and mechanics they have learned across different games, bringing their A-game to this brand new game. Alan Wake 2 and true atmospheric horror will bring the chills and jumps to enjoy, if you're into it, of course. That is all for this video. Let me know what you think in the comments. What games are you playing this Halloween? Do you have a favorite to play every year? I'm the Honey Badger and I love to talk about everything gaming from news to games. If you liked the video, remember to leave a like and share. It really helps. Don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Keep on gaming.